Looks like we're seeing some map rotation system or something like that, map rotation changes in the latest patch, and I'm going to be explaining how this actually works. So Valorant fans no longer need to worry about back-to-back matches on the same map. Repeating matches basically, or repeating maps, are not going to be a thing anymore. You know, when you got split for 18th time, this is not going to happen anymore. This is really good news. Riot Games has tweaked the map rotation system to reduce player odds of playing the same map twice. The possible pool of maps you can get placed on now is pseudo-random rather than pure random. According to Valorant's latest patch notes, what that actually means that the game now takes into account maps that you recently play when loading into the new match. That will make, you know, players play for longer and, well, it's more fun. Instead of having an equal chance of loading into any 4 of Valorant's currently available maps, the map you've played most recently will be pushed down a peg, while maps you haven't been on a while will be prioritized in random selection process. The change applies to all game modes, so regardless of what map you receive in given a match, whether it's competitive, unranked, or alternative game mode, the map on will be taken account for the next game you queue up for. This is really good. With only 4 maps in the game right now, they will add more maps. Diversity is low, but that's definitely going to be expected in a young game like Valorant. It has 5 years more. A charge that gives players the best of chancing as much as the game possible without spending a 3-game stretch entirely on one map. Oh yeah, 3-game stretch. I once had 5 maps in a row for bind. According to Riot, players are much less likely to play on the same map several games in a row with this update. Additionally, upon loading a match, there's a better chance of playing on a map you haven't played recently. Whoa, nice. Because I really want to play on bind, to be honest. Of course, catering to the map-related algorithm of 10 separate players in a single lobby is always going to be confusing heading into the match. Especially with a small sample size of maps, there's going to be some rare instances where you get placed on the same 2 maps games in a row. That's pretty much fine. But for now, having a much smaller chance of repeating games on game-by-game basis is definitely a step in the right direction's matchmaking system. This is really good, but I'm really worried about what happens to the top tier ranks. You know, in Overwatch you have queues of up to 15 minutes, right? Or like even more, like 15 minutes is actually the minimum. And when you're playing on these maps, like what happens to the Radiant rank, or the Valorant rank, what it used to be called, what happens to those people who, you know, don't have enough players to queue up with? Maybe that will be a problem if Valorant doesn't get enough players, and they can look into this after. But hopefully right now, like, it will be a lot more fun playing competitive, except if you're playing solo queue, which, my apologies for that. I'm also playing solo queue. If you're playing solo queue, it's like playing the Russian roulette. Sometimes, like, it could potentially work, but what will just happen is you will get shot eventually and de-rank to gold 1 or gold 2 or silver or iron. Anyway, definitely Valorant has a lot of potential, which a lot of people aren't talking about. There's shit ton of potential in Valorant, and looks like we're gonna get more content, more, you know, content creator jobs, everything like that. Hopefully enjoy this news for today, and this is Fana signing out. Peace, guys.